Yo, what's up guys, Tech Notice here, and I thought it'd be pretty interesting to give you guys sort of a throwback to iOS 6 versus iOS 11. So here we have iOS 6 running on this iPhone 4, and we have iOS 11.1 running on this iPhone 7. Now, of course, we're not going to be comparing speeds or anything of that sort. We're just going to be taking a look at the pure UI and see what has changed over a couple of years. So the first thing here we're going to talk about is Notification Center. So Notification Center is available on iOS 6 as well. And here is what it looks like if you guys have forgotten. We have sort of a stitching pattern, and we have the weather and the stock sliding from the left and right. We don't have to swipe left or right to get home or to get missed notifications. It's just all in one screen. So your notifications would be right at the bottom here if there were any. And I honestly really like this look. It just looks so much more cleaner than the one that we have right now. And I'll show you guys why I say that. But here at the bottom you have this little switcher toggle as well. So you can swipe up or down, and it looks pretty neat overall. So on the right side, or no, on the left side here, we have the iPhone 7 with the latest firmware. And if we pull down here, we have a bunch of these notifications right here. So of course you can swipe up and down and access all these notifications, and you have the time at the top. But whereas if you want to get to your actual widgets, you have to swipe over here, and that will show you your time as well as your weather. And you do have a couple of other sort of widgets that you can add to this. Now to get all that, you have to swipe to the bottom. You'll tap edit, and here you go. It's sort of an alternative to what Android has. Definitely not an easy access widget, but it is available in here, whereas iOS 6 pretty much didn't have it, but they did have the standard stock ones just readily available all the time when you swipe down. So talking about notifications, you can get to notifications in all sorts of method with iOS 11 and even in iOS 10 and the previous OSs, where you can just swipe over to the left side at any given time, and pretty much here you are given access to your widgets. You can also swipe down from the bottom or from the top and swipe over. As I mentioned before, you can actually be in the lock screen and swipe over and still have access to that as well. So that's without even actually getting into the device. Whereas on this device here, you can't really do anything unless you swipe down the notifications. And I'll just put my finger right here just to activate this really quickly. The only way to access your widgets or your notifications is to swipe down. And honestly, it just is less cumbersome. It's less to remember. And I think it's one of the easiest design that I actually like. So of course, you guys can tell that the overall UI is definitely very different. iOS 6 has this sort of a real looking design and icons, whereas this one is using more of the cartoony look. I actually prefer this one because it looks a little bit more professional, and I really wish Apple came back to this one, but it seems like the feature is going to be going along with the pneumatic design. So here you have a little bit of a cartoony look to everything, and you guys drop me in the comments below telling me what you guys feel. Honestly, some people, they have different opinions, so this is my own. So I see here that if I give you guys a closer look, we have background shadows, we have highlights to everything here. And of course, we haven't seen this in a very long time, probably since like 2010. This has now been updated to the new Johnny Ives, as I said, pneumatic design, and it looks pretty flat. Nothing is really different. Android has gone for this look as well, so it seems like 2017 and forward is definitely going to be sticking around with this one. So swiping over to the left side, you guys already know what this one's going to reveal, the notification. This one is going to reveal the Spotlight, but let's just say we want to access Spotlight on the iPhone 7 on iOS 11. What do? You swipe down anywhere in the screen and you have Spotlight. Now, what about Control Center and Easy Access? So Easy Access on iOS 6 was not available. You don't have 3D Touch, you don't have Control Center, you don't have anything of that sort. That actually came in iOS 7. So here you can swipe up and nothing actually shows. What you have to do to toggle Wi-Fi on and off is pretty much the old-fashioned way, going into settings and going into Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and whatnot, and just activating each one. iOS 7, I'll definitely give you guys a comparison for another video, but the standard look, you guys aren't too far away. You guys know that you have that little card sliding up, whereas iOS 11 now has a full dedicated screen for itself. You can force hold or force tap onto these one, and it will show a little bit more toggles for you guys, but definitely an easier way to toggle on and off your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So let's talk about multitasking. So this is probably one of the first OS, I can't remember exactly, probably OS 5, one before this, you actually started getting multitasking. So multitasking works by double clicking on the home screen or on the home button, and pretty much you can swipe back and forth getting some information, some cards. Whereas this one, if you guys can remember, the old-fashioned way is double tapping at the bottom here, and all these icons just pop up. So swiping over one more screen, you have the music control and you have rotation lock, which is very convenient when it first arrived. And to close off all these apps, it was very, it took a lot of work. So you have to actually hold down and just tap, 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 tap each one. And it took a while. Apple all the way up until now still doesn't have a close all-in-one button. So to close all these apps up, you have to just swipe, 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 which takes a lot of work here. So of course, the visual UI is a lot more different. You guys have the different apps, different icons. Of course, some of them are hardware related, so not much is going to be changed, but let's just open app for app and see what is different. So let's go for the typical one. Let's go to calendar, photos. Of course, this one is not loaded, so you guys already know. Go to maps. So Apple has changed maps quite a bit. They're trying to compete with iOS, or they're trying to compete with Google Maps, and they're definitely getting there now. They used to be pretty crappy, to be honest, and now they seem to be getting there. So searching is pretty much the same way. The iPhone 4 here is taking a little bit longer time, probably because of the hardware, but it works pretty much the same way. But now iOS 11 had actually added point of interest and a bunch more features, which is very nice. Let's go into another one. Let's go to weather here. You got a full screen layout instead of just this little card, but again, I do like the design of iOS 6. It just looks a little bit more clean, and it just looks, I don't know, in sort of a way professional, I should say. So yeah, other than those things, you guys let me know what you guys think. I really like iOS 6 over the current ones, but that's just more of a UI thing, and definitely a jailbreak can fix all that. But here you guys go. The last screen here is gonna be the phone screen for you guys to take a look at. So square, you got circles here, and yeah, this should be it for this video, guys. If you guys like it, remember to hit that subscribe button, that like button, and remember to hit that notification button, guys. I haven't told you guys enough that will really help me out. This is it for this video. Peace out, guys.